Good afternoon, I'm Jodie Gill and this is your Midday News Fix for Wednesday the 8th of July. Labour's joined the Solar Party, promising low-interest loans a fortnight after National pledged the same. Labour's plan requires no upfront payments and repayment through power bill savings. But its policy goes further, promising low and middle-income families a $3,000 subsidy and $30 million towards shared community batteries. Leader Chris Hipkins says renters will also benefit.
We're also going to be allowing for plug-in solar. That's going to help particularly renters bring their solar panels with them to their rental property, plug them straight into the power point and be able to enjoy the benefits of that straight away.
Rockfall, debris and floodwaters up to a metre high have kept State Highway 1 around Kaikoura closed for nearly 24 hours. A state of emergency remains for the district amid torrential rain and flooding. In one incident, a man somehow made it to safety after being swept down a raging Crib Creek after a bridge washout saw his vehicle plunge into the torrent below. Emergency Minister Mark Mitchell says response teams and councils around the South Island have been proactive.
Please, everyone, definitely stay out of floodwaters. My experience in this job in the last 2.5 years is we end up with people either dead or injured if they move into floodwaters.
A 39-year-old man's been charged with murder over the death of a woman in the central North Island town of Tokoroa. Police were called to a Hino Street property around 3 weeks ago, where 47-year-old Michelle Tangimataiti was found dead. The accused will appear in Tokoroa District Court today. There could be a conflict of interest in evidence negating the suspected cancer-causing effects in Roundup weed killer. New Zealand's approval of the potential carcinogen glyphosate is based on several reviews commissioned by the manufacturer, but one has since been retracted and two are under investigation. Victoria University Science PhD candidate Alexander Kaurov says public release of the reviews calls into question the science the country's regulations are based on.
They were orchestrating these studies in the background and presenting them as independent. And then these reviews were used in the regulation all around the world, including New Zealand.
A North Canterbury hunting competition's brushing off fresh concerns about a controversial cat-killing category. Animal welfare advocates want it scrapped from this weekend's event, which raises money for Huranui's Rotherham School. The groups issued formal liability notices to the school's board. Organiser Matt Bailey says the critics don't understand rural New Zealand.
Because they live in their little Auckland world thinking everything's lovey-dovey. Well, sorry, it's not how it works.
In sport, Switzerland have booked the final quarter-final spot at the Football World Cup with a 4-3 penalty shootout win over Colombia. Egypt football coach Hassam Hassan has claimed officials cheated his side out of quarter-final spot in their agonising 3-2 defeat to Argentina. Novak Djokovic has beaten Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime in 5 sets to advance to a Wimbledon semi-final against top seed Jannik Sinner. And the International Olympic Committee has provisionally lifted a suspension on Russian athletes ahead of the Los Angeles Games in 2028. I'm Jodie Gill and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.